Thank you for joining us on the Music Roundtable, where we attempt to chat about all things music. We are your hosts, Kim, Clint, Lyle, and Vicky. Please sit back and get into the music groove with us.
That's the whole deal, right? Just like jump in wherever our conversation is.
Wherever, yes, because otherwise we miss it because we didn't hit the button.
Only one of us didn't hit the button.
But I did hit the button.
We don't have the
goodness.
button.
We are running live.
Running live?
Recorded
live. Recorded live.
We're recording. How's that?
Sounds good.
Yes.
Perfect.
We are back to talk about Rock of Ages, the movie.
Yes.
The musical. 2012.
Movie.
Which is based on basically the whole music scene
Of the 80s.
It's the
US
Sunset Strip.
Yeah.
It's based on Sunset. Well, it's based on Sunset Strip, but actually some of it has ties to almost CBGBs for the punk feel and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But ultimately it is based on the Sunset Strip.
Yeah.
And the glam rock scene, it's lack of better terms.
Obviously, we've all watched it before. We saw it in the theater when it came out in 2012.
It's all good.
But we had to watch it again because we thought we would talk about it. So, oh darn, we had to watch it.
Aw, too bad.
Jeez, just to remember how good it is and how cheesy
How cheesy. Oh my gosh.
it is.
So many scenes that I will never be able to hear those
That
songs
song?
again and
Yeah,
not
that
think
one.
of this movie.
Oh my gosh.
'Cause I had forgotten a lot of those parts because it'd been so long since I'd seen it
Same.
last.
I was like, oh yeah, oh, that happens. Like the most cringeworthy part was with all the tongues. It's like, hey, you could have done this without showing all the tongues.
Well, yeah, they could have done it
Especially
like,
the tongue in the ear.
Yeah,
like nonchalant. They could have done it.
they could have done it. You
but
know they're
not-
doing it,
yes.
but not physically see that tongue going into that other person's mouth. Like, okay, that you just pushed a little bit too much past the limit. But other than that,
The music is fantastic.
music
I love
is
all of the
fantastic.
music. in
That's
it.
a soundtrack that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they all sang their own.
Yep.
They didn't. It was nobody like doing a backup song. It was them singing for themselves, which was amazing.
Yes.
Especially like Tom Cruise. Who would have thought? Who would have
Right?
thought he can
Well,
sing?
That's just it.
It was the article that Lyle brought up while we were watching it.
Yeah.
Is like some of the bands were in the background while this was happening, and Tom Cruise is like, "Did I do it okay? Am I?"
Oh, the Def
Am I
Leppard.
good? Yeah.
Yeah. Are you finding it? You
Yes,
didn't
I'm
keep it up?
finding. I wrote down notes. Hold on.
One for the people who don't exactly know what we're talking. It is based in 1987, so what you're looking at is supposed to be 1987.
Yes.
It was pretty close.
It was
the
yeah.
hair, the fashion,
yeah. The song.
the songs. I was gonna say the music, most definitely.
Yeah.
What caught me and just sticks to me more than anything else is the fact that the record prices were $9.44 for an LP.
For an LP.
That's
album.
hilarious.
And it was $5.44 for the discount records, the used ones.
Prices.
Prices were good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently somebody's phoning us, but we're just going to ignore that. Because
They'll
we
call
still
back.
have a
We got a little humming
landline.
at the start, so
Yeah.
it's all good. It's all good.
For anybody that has a landline knows you have no choice but to listen to it ring.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, it definitely told a story with the songs, just like the Beatles.
Yeah,
and
Across the Universe,
Across the
yeah.
Just like
Universe.
across the universe, there was
Yeah.
a story told through the music.
Through the music,
Yes.
which is good. We like that.
Was it after
Yeah,
we?
they picked really good songs to do that story with. Like
They did.
everything fit perfectly.
Perfectly.
Yes.
Like you could feel all the feels.
Yeah.
Like when she was upset, when he was angry.
Yeah.
When everybody was in love. The love story we never knew we needed.
When we were talking about Across the Universe, I'm trying to remember other movies like that.
Like
and then I'm
that,
like,
yeah.
I thought about afterwards, Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia, 100%,
Same thing.
yeah.
It's the same thing, right?
We'll have to do that one too. Giggle.
But,
Oh, darn.
but yeah, this one, it was all a lot of hair metal, a lot of
Yeah.
the bigger bands of that time.
Yeah. And trying to introduce the boy bands, which was awful.
Oh my gosh,
That
it
was the
was so
worst
bad.
boy band I think I've ever seen. Yeah.
It reminded me a little bit of Justin Bieber.
I thought exactly
Yeah,
what I was thinking.
yeah.
I was actually going to say, Justin
Yes.
Bieber hair. Thank God that
Yes.
went away because my goodness.
Yes.
Yeah. His,
Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
no, when they cut his hair off, I wanted to cry. Because no, he's not. He's not a boy band. He's
I
a
was gonna say,
rocker.
a lot of us feel that pain when all of a sudden
You see the haircut?
You cut your hair.
Oh, when you have to be an
Yeah.
adult.
You have to be an adult and get a real job, and you cut your hair. And I ended up with a job where I didn't
Didn't need to cut your
my
hair. Yeah.
Well, that was the only song written for the movie, like specifically the boy band song. That was not a cover. That
Well,
was
yeah,
nothing.
because it was.
No.
Yeah, no, I.
So-
Yeah, that's interesting. Actually, that's interesting. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't know the song.
Well, yeah,
so
because that's about the time when boy
I believe
bands
it
were
was.
just kind of
Yeah.
starting.
It was-
Boy bands as we know them now,
Yeah.
not like original.
Well, it was before.
No,
it was
boy
3
bands.
Pluses that did it back in
Right.
2002. So it was,
Yeah.
nothing from the 80s, I guess you could
No.
say. Yeah.
And the manager feel like that was a couple different managers you could tell kind of all rolled into
All
one.
into one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the boy band manager totally got that feel from that documentary. Can't remember what it's
Which I
called
haven't
right
seen
now.
yet.
You need to watch that.
Yeah, I gotta
What's
watch
it
that
called?
one.
Can't remember.
I'm not sure which
It's
one.
about the boy bands.
I forget the
The
manager.
guy who came up with NSYNC and
Backstreet
Backstreet
Boys.
And he was a
I haven't
terrible,
watched that either.
terrible manager.
He was all. It was all substance over, like all style over substance.
Gotcha.
He sold, yeah, he
Like-
sold
like
them out.
He had them on private planes and jets before they even performed any gigs.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called.
With the whole
Dirty
shutting,
Pop, sorry. It's
yeah.
called Dirty Pop.
the whole shutting down of the club with all the people outside. And
Yeah, yeah, like Tripper Gore. Like
Yeah.
we're going to talk about that on another one, but definitely that was what that was. She's trying to get rid of the seedy scene, and it's like, no,
Yeah,
what
get
is
rid of the
this?
Sunset Strip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which obviously
yeah, that wouldn't
you
work.
couldn't.
You-
Yeah.
no,
No.
no, it's bigger than everybody
Thank
else.
goodness.
Yeah, we wouldn't have all the music that we have.
Exactly.
Too many of us hardcore rockers out there to.
Can't shut us all up.
Can't shut us all.
Well, that's like watching the movie, and it just brings back all those memories of listening to those songs. Brings you back to the 80s. Just yeah,
And other
So-
movies.
and other movies.
Jim Brewer skit. Do you remember the 80s?
Yeah,
Yeah, oh,
Like-
no, it's good.
when we went basically with the music scene and all the up and comers
Yeah.
and then playing those club scene like the clubs there and
Yeah.
trying to make it big.
And it was called the Bourbon. It
Yeah.
just
The
like
Bourbon Room,
it
yeah.
reminded me of what did I say earlier? Where we went the other
Commodore.
day. Commodore. I see,
Commodore.
lost the name.
Yeah.
Reminiscent of the
Commodore.
Commodore or any
Totally,
of the good
right?
nightclub.
Where it's smaller
Venues.
venue
Yeah.
and you can
And you get
actually
the
watch-
odd huge act.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's the way you make your money, right?
Yeah.
And just the way they battled each other with song, I was like, that's great. When you had the one crowd on the one side, the one crowd on the other side, and they're just yelling at each other in song.
It's the mashups you didn't know you needed.
And yeah,
right.
and then,
Yeah,
that was-
absolutely.
And then all
Yeah.
the cameos you have in there if you're you know
Paying attention.
if you're paying attention and you know your music, you actually recognize the people on the rock side going, "Hey, wait a minute."
Sebastian Bach.
Well, it was funny
Debbie
too with
Gibson.
the, like speaking of the record store and stuff like that. Like I said, I was listening to the music, whereas the three of you guys were all like, "Oh yeah, there's this album and that album, and
Yeah.
I can make out that album back there," and it was like totally blurry to me. But I'm like, hey,
Recognize
That is
the art.
awesome.
Yes. Where'd they get all those albums for the
Well, yeah,
movie?
because there was the ironic thing is where the one girl, what was her name? I can't say her name.
Sherry,
Yeah,
Or-
no, but the actress, I can't.
Julianne Hough.
Yeah, I can't say. Sorry, I can't say.
Say her last name?
Yeah.
Huff or Huff? Yeah.
But she was standing. One of the records she was standing in front of was the Footloose album, which
Right.
is ironic because she did the
She
remake,
did the remake,
of
yeah.
Footloose.
Yep. That, yeah.
But sadly,
But we
yes,
don't talk about that.
But sadly, we were
No.
looking through the record store, and it's just like, oh, well, there's a Death Leppard Hysteria
Sure,
there.
the Quiet Riot,
The
there's-
one that was in her bag was Death Leppard High and Dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Night Ranger and
Yeah.
yeah.
We saw a lot
I
of
say
those.
you let out a pretty heavy, like whoa or something when they picked up the Van Halen CD or
Yeah,
LP.
yeah, 1984.
Yeah.
Whoa, there we go.
To go back to that store and buy all those, like, I mean, like, we can't buy stuff like that now. It's too expensive.
I know.
What do they
that was
want,
the other thing.
$40?
Definitely not $9.44.
No.
No, because
Oh.
when I bought, Def Leppard's Diamond Star Halos, I paid $64 for that. LP.
Yeah. The albums are.
It's a double and it's
ridiculous.
different. It's blue or it's red and yellow.
Yeah.
But I'm like, sure. Like,
Yeah.
I have no problem spending that kind of money
On an album.
for something that I really want.
Yeah.
No, and I'm not even going to probably open it.
Oh, well, now that you're just wrong.
Dude.
That's wrong. You should open it and play it.
Because he's already got the CDs.
I got the CD
But
and,
it's not the
and the two
same.
that I bought in Portland,
But
too.
it's not the
I haven't
same.
even opened those.
A record makes a different
It's
noise.
a totally different
experience.
sound than
Yeah.
a CD.
You have to open it and play it. Come
I will
on.
eventually. It's not like I'm going to get rid of it or anything. But
No.
He's going to get buried with it.
Yeah.
His whole Def Leppard collection.
We could just take the
probably.
we'll just take the LPs, we'll put them in the oven, shrink them down, you can wear them as a necklace.
For those
should
playing at
see the
home, you
death
should
stare
see
at
the look on his face.
If Flicks could kill?
Yes. Apparently.
Ooh, that's a bad
Stare.
reference. Sorry. Ooh, sorry. Little Motley Crew there. Sorry.
Goodness. All good.
I like the fact it was called Tower Records there. But for those of us that lived up here, it reminded me of A&M Records.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that totally is the colors, the red and the yellow. And it's just like, that's like our old record store. That'd be awesome.
But way better lighting.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It was really bright in there. I was like, what record store was ever that
No,
bright?
it was never that bright.
No.
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 Yeah.
HMV's not even like, I remember like that too.
No.
There's no lighting in those stores.
Just enough. Just
Because
to,
people are still sleeping off the hangover when they go shopping for the new LP.
For their no LPs, yeah.
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 I miss the days of going into the record store.
Oh, yeah.
Like, obviously, we
not the
have,
same now.
What is it, Sunrise Records now? I could do it. It's just...
Yeah, but
it's not
you're in
quite
and
the
out
same.
Yeah,
because
but
it's-
it's only partially a music store. It's half music, half merchandise.
I remember going into HMV and it'd be like, okay, there's an hour. Okay, I guess I can go now.
Yeah.
After
You
looking-
really used to be able to
Yeah.
spend that long in there.
Like
yeah.
A&B Sound or anything like that, right?
I
We used to
miss
go to
A&B.
A&B Sound, Boxing Day sales.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's supposed to be the high-end merchandise. And we're in there for CDs.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
Sometimes we
absolutely.
we would buy like tuner amps. But like
You say that like it was a yearly purchase.
might have been or a tape deck player because we
have a
needed
tape
we still
deck
have
player
it. That's the one we
downstairs.
bought
Yeah.
on a Boxing Day sale. Boxing Day sales were huge going into those stores.
Once again, make myself old. I have over 100 cassette tapes still.
Mm-hmm.
Over 200 plus CDs. I like way too much music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Food. Yeah. I just spent a lot of money on a CD,
And-
but
and
yeah.
then, actually, and then going to because we just watched this on DVD, which I also own. I have probably over 200 DVDs as well.
Yeah. That I don't have.
There's nothing wrong with that. I have my own personal video store too.
But what do you do with them when you're like I'm just like, okay, we need to get rid of these. Some
No.
of these.
No.
Okay, well apparently not. They just take
Because
up
then
so
you
much
have-
space.
then
thinking.
you
What are
have-
you thinking?
I don't know.
Then you have nights like this where you go,
Hey,
like
have you
when
seen?
you pulled out,
Get them to the
Get 'em
Greek.
to
get him to the
Greek.
Greek.
I mean, it's fair. You guys can come over and watch movies. There's
There you
so
go.
many of them that you haven't seen,
But
I'm
because
sure.
before we watched this, I actually went on Netflix and I'm like, nope, it's not on Netflix. Rock of Ages.
Oh, it isn't. No, I would never get rid of the musical ones. No.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just like thinking we
Okay.
could thin it out, thin the herd.
No,
Okay.
No.
No.
There's a reason you have them in the first place.
that's right. You spent all that money on all the collection there. Why would you want to get rid of it?
Because it takes up so much room and I have to dust it.
Small price to pay.
Fair.
Yeah. I feel your pain.
Right?
Like I said, absolutely.
I
but-
think I just need to get my friend to make me a cabinet type thing that's like a coffee table
make
that
her
you
table
open
first.
it and then you can put all of them in there
There
and
you
you
go.
can't see them and you don't have to
Then
dust
you don't
them
have to dust them.
because they're kept in their own special crypt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you want to look at them? though?
No.
See, I do. That's why mine
Yeah,
are all
that's
full
what I do
of my
too.
bookshelves and stuff like that.
Oh.
It's not books. It's CDs.
It's CDs and DVDs. Yeah.
I had to make room for some of the DVDs and stuff, so some of my books are packed up. 'Cause
Oh,
I,
yeah,
have
no.
I have a lot of books too.
Yeah,
Well, that's
no
because I
doubt.
also was like, there's no room to put tchotchkes. So you have to like take so that's why there's only 2 shelves for books. Because once we've read them, we can put them away.
But what if you want to reread them?
Then you
It's
have to
kind of
go
like
get them
your
out of the
movies.
box.
You need to have them available to rewatch them.
Realistically, I need a library.
Yeah.
I need my own library, and then it'd be fine. They could be out because they're just that you go in there, and that's your music and library, and you can sit and you
Can
can,
I put
listen.
my
And,
T-shirts on
Yeah.
the wall?
Yeah,
and-
see, that's
But the drumstick I just
Right.
bought. I bought a drumstick at the Econoline Crush.
You just need a
Nice.
cave. You just need a man cave or something. Just a cave for everything.
yeah. So there's no TV in there
No,
necessarily.
no, you got
It's-
TV down there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, it's just for music and books.
Exactly.
Just for music and books, and then
Right.
your TV
It's a
room
lounge.
is your TV.
It's like a study, and
It's like a library.
You can have like a radio or something in there then at least.
Yeah,
Well, you have
record
music.
player.
You
You
have
have your
music
record
in
player.
there.
You
Okay.
have all your
CD
music. You
player.
have your
Okay.
books. But you'd also have a record player. Like Kelsey has her own little. It's like got all their books and it's got their music and she has the record player and that's their little
You just do like a
Den.
like that record store then. That was
yeah in the movie.
You could
Yeah.
just design your house that way.
That's right. Heck
You don't
yeah.
need to do it in a room.
Oh
you
no,
need to
you
have
could.
your house.
You could just have your house that way.
Yes, exactly.
that would
So
be
when
so
you
bad
guys
either.
have to move,
please send your ideas and $10 to the Facebook page.
Yeah. To help us achieve our dream. No, it was fun to rewatch that and
it really was.
live back through the nostalgic
I
music.
I mentioned this during the show, but when Hey Man,
Oh hey
Add it
man.
down there for you.
yeah, they should have said Hey Man, nice shot.
Oh yeah.
Like honestly, that would have been like that was the
optimal.
opportunity, and
They missed
didn't,
it.
They missed
They
it.
missed
Maybe
it.
they didn't have licensing from Filter, but yes.
Yeah.
What would have been cool is, hey man, punch him, have the licensing, play the song.
Yes,
But it's not about that time
I know,
era.
it's
That's
not-
the
it's not-
problem.
I know.
it would have been the
But it
monkeys.
just would have
Like,
Just
it
would have
just would
fit.
flowed.
It would
It
just
would have.
been
But they
nice.
could have used "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" song in some way with that.
Yeah.
For him, and then
Well, because
still-
they did play that with
they
Pat
did.
Bennett,
That's what I'm
but-
saying. They
yeah.
could have used
But
that
they-
for that part.
That would have just been hilarious. Though.
It would have been. It would have
But
been really
nobody.
funny.
Well, see, everybody probably would have got that one because when Filter came out, or
yeah,
then yeah.
Like,
But
yeah.
I know it doesn't fit the '80s. But
it doesn't fit the
is.
'80s, but you could, like you said, that's
Well,
what
he was
the
with
other
9 Inch
other
Nails in
song.
the 80s.
Yes.
So
But
he
that
he
song
was around.
But
Yeah.
that song
He-
wasn't.
but no, the song came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I found it
That
interesting
is someone I
the
want to go see. by the way.
filter. Yes. The storyline, how it took that downward spiral of somebody who came into town to like do their dreams, their hopes and dreams, and then they're dashed. And she ended up doing what a lot of people end up doing when they go to a big city to become something. They end up doing something they don't want to do. And it just takes that turn, right? So that I really did like the way that they showed that she ended up stripping.
Yeah.
Because what happens, a lot of people end up prostituting or, you know, doing things that they didn't think they would end up doing to stay there.
Because
instead of
everybody
going
in
home.
the '80s or whatever now, they always go, like you said, go to the big city,
exactly,
that's
to
what
make
happens.
something of themselves.
Yeah,
like small town USA.
yeah,
You have to go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Some places you're not gonna.
And they're too embarrassed to go home.
yeah.
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 Yeah. So that's what I liked about it. Like what you're saying, like they
They showed
brought
the
that-
grit.
showed it all,
Yeah.
and the success
And the rise back up.
and the rise back up. Like
Yeah.
it was down and then back up again, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, they show. Well, there's a whole bunch of like you were mentioning. There's a whole bunch of stories kind of interwoven all
Yeah.
the way through it and stuff. So even the one who was against the rock music and stuff like this, it's only because she was hurt in the past by the rock music. She secretly is a fan of the music.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have these religious groups or whatever that are up in arms against it. Well, maybe they're up in arms against it because
Something trauma, some trigger.
So, yeah.
something's triggering with it. and
Traumatized them in
stuff.
the past or something. Yeah.
I always
That's
find it
entirely
funny
possible.
because this was a revelation that a while ago is people always talk about rock and roll music, that's Satan
devil,
music and
yeah.
stuff. One, it's an escapism. It's for enjoyment and stuff. Like if you were to being a Satanist, it's just another religious cult, different religion than what most people practice.
Yeah,
rock
true.
and roll
Yeah,
is
that's
just
true.
about escapism, just about
Music. Well, it's about music,
Yeah,
right? It's
like-
just, it's not, for them, it's not Christian or Catholic or, churchy music, right? This is rock and roll, so it must be bad.
It must be bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it doesn't talk about
you
Jesus.
read their book. That's just as bad as, or it's worse than some of the stuff that you can see on some of the satanic albums.
but a lot of people get their music from
From the
basically
church.
the Bible or
I
anything
was
like
gonna
that.
say,
There's a
yeah,
lot
it
of
has its
hymns. There's
roots in gospel
like
or whatever.
Rock of
yeah.
Ages is
Yeah.
a hymn, and
It
like
is.
stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So they read it as a child because a lot of people in England, growing up, they're part of the church, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
they read
Those
them.
little fags, man.
But you rate it but that's where you get your stories or inspiration. Oh, that's a great title. Okay, and
Yeah.
then we're going to put it this way, or yeah.
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 So
Yeah. And that's just it, right? Like music is different for everybody, and you don't have to have God in your songs to make them good. That's the way I look at it. You don't have to have, because if there is a God and people think that, then why wouldn't you think that he brought these people to make this music for you? I don't know. But
There you go.
No, that's a good point.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
just like
Totally.
the doctors are here to help you.
Well, that's what I was watching a video with Eddie Van Halen. He was visiting Jason Becker.
Yeah.
So Jason Becker has ALS,
Yeah.
and I think he got that early '90s, still around. And he went over to his place and just playing the guitar, and they're like, "Wow, you're amazing! Like how you're just coming up with that stuff." And he's like, "It's not me. It's
A higher power.
a higher power,
Yeah.
and it's coming through my fingers."
Coming through me.
Yeah.
I am the vessel.
Yeah, and the parents of Jason Becker are like, "Wow."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, that's what happened when you were playing too."
Yeah. See?
So that's people's perspective, and
Yeah.
like
They just don't-
obviously they gave us we have it, so why use it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You've got the talent.
Don't squander it.
No, do something with it, right? So
But then what is it about the 80s music, like the songs that were in this tonight, that made people lose their freaking shit and decide it needs to be shut down, or it needs to be, what's that word, coded like to PG audiences only, right? What about that compared to other music was the problem? Like Elvis was a problem in his day too, because he moved his hips. That's why they didn't like him. That's why it was like devil's music, right? It was more the actions of the people when they listened to the music.
well, I think with Motley Crue, because of the sign, right? And then you had Ozzy Osbourne, which he did one stupid thing on stage.
Yeah, it was really dumb.
Yeah.
Is that the bat thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
bad thing. And maybe with Gene Simmons, how he'd come out and he would spew blood,
Yeah.
right?
It
But
was
it's an
shock rock.
act. It's shock rock,
It was
yeah.
shock rock. It was all theatrics.
But the songs they played,
There's no mention,
There's no-
not necessarily of the.
there's nothing like playing Foreigner, like nothing, Poison, Leopards.
But
Pat
it makes you
Benatar,
fornicate.
That's just it. That's what I was going to say. It all comes down to sex, basically.
Yeah. Sex, yeah.
because that's what they
The
said.
influence,
Betsy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what? Without rock and roll music, your kids are still gonna have sex.
That's right. You
It's
can't stop
stupid
that.
teenagers.
Sex,
is what
drugs,
it
and
comes
rock and
down to.
roll was
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
the motto through the 80s. And
Yeah. It was.
It was. and, yeah,
It's encapsulated by Steel Panther nowadays.
Yes.
exactly.
That's right.
Yes.
Some bands, they probably played it up.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
totally.
definitely.
But
yeah.
the alcohol, definitely.
Yeah.
That's
Sex
funny
part
because
maybe,
you,
but-
you like some of that is the image and persona that they portray. But if you actually see some of the actual bands, you may think that.
Yeah.
You go to a dressing room after, it's Waters, it's Clean Living, it's nothing of what you think.
Perceive
you
it.
know.
Because they
them,
can't
yeah.
live like that forever. Like
Well,
that.
like Bon
No,
Jovi,
exactly.
like as an example, but Bon Jovi said they were clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the alcohol gets in.
Yeah.
Def Leppard, Steve Clark, alcoholic.
Yeah.
Him and Phil Collins would drink to the point where he would, next thing you know, he had a Rolex. And he's like, how much did that cost?
Whoops.
Take it back. And he's like, okay, Phil Collins is like, I'm done.
Yeah.
He hasn't touched a drink since 86, 87.
Okay, yeah, there's a guy that Clean Living nowadays. He's scary built for his age.
Yeah, and like even the other guys, like, yeah,
exercises.
they'll be like, yeah, I'll go to the pub, have a pint, whatever.
Yeah.
They have a shot before they go on stage. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
But where
that's not being an alcoholic.
Steve Clark was, I got to drink just to get through the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then go on stage and he's fine. He's sober when you get on stage. And then after that, drown your sorrows.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
and
So is that
Way to
like
live.
Tom Cruise's character? How much he drank?
that's a
Yeah.
Motley Crue thing.
Yeah.
He was doing the Motley Crue because that's what they did. That's all they did. Have you seen The Dirt?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's exactly.
Oh, yeah. He was just drunk all the time.
He was almost like mimicking Tommy Lee in
Yeah.
essence.
Yeah, he seemed to be a few different characters rolled
Yeah.
into one, which I guess you'd have to be because you're trying to personify that time period,
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
right? Yeah.
Is it Russell Brand?
Russell
Russell
Brand?
Brand.
Okay, so he was like Nikki Sixx.
Yeah.
His looks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Not just the looks and the
It's
announcing and stuff.
irony that you picked that one in particular because of the heroin usage of both of them.
Yeah, but that's where it comes down to, right?
Yeah.
Like they took a couple of characters that were I'm going to say like very just a persona, like very out there, because Tommy Lee was very out there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Like he had all the tattoos. He
Yeah.
skinny was
Skinny.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, yeah. But
Yeah,
what were we
Tom
saying?
Cruise was surprisingly good.
He was
in this
surprisingly
movie.
like the last song when he sang that song. I think that was the best his voice was for all the songs. He did
Yeah.
well on all the other ones.
Yeah, but
that
definitely
one,
the last one
like
was-
that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's also supposed to be the progression of the character. The character
so.
has
'Cause
found
that was his-
has found his niche.
his sound.
Yeah, he's no longer under the thumb of the guy who's just pushing him.
Yeah.
Pushing him.
That's
He's
true,
he's
yeah.
actually
because he looked cleaned up too.
yeah he's
I was
enjoying
going to say,
his
yeah,
life.
he looked like he was, clean and
Yeah.
whatever.
Not drunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that whole thing with
Straightened out
the
his life.
Yeah.
Rolling Stone magazine.
Yeah.
That was the way it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you had a bad interview or something, they will trash you.
Crucify you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes
Here's
sense.
what you said, but this is what we saw, and this is what we're going to write.
Well, and he deserved it.
He did,
Oh, absolutely.
and it changed his career
Actually,
around.
it reminds me of another movie I have, Almost Famous. Another one you guys should watch if you
I
haven't
have
seen
seen that one, but
You've seen
again,
it.
not for a really long time.
Darn. Yeah. Almost famous.
But I think, like they took everything from that era.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it he said
Everything.
about his walk?
Oh, that he reminded me of Captain Jack Sparrow.
That was it, because he's drunk all the time, and the way he was, because he was
Yeah.
like walking with his like tummy pushed out, kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Like his back was arched weird, and it was almost like he was walking with like he pooped his pants.
Yeah.
That was the
Tom
only
Cruise.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
'cause
that's
it was
that
funny.
article of what I was saying. He's like,
Hold
Juliet
up that
figured
belt buckle up.
Yeah.
when they were watching him, Juliet's like, oh yeah, like we didn't have to teach him any of the moves. Like he
Yeah.
was almost copying Axl Rose and Izzy Stradlin and
Yeah.
or
But
Scott
nobody
Weiland,
walked
but-
like that.
But
His
they
walk
had that
was weird.
But they had
Kinda
that whole
sway
That
to
sway.
the
The swaying was
especially like
fine.
on stage, like that was
Yeah.
all.
Oh yeah. He did really good for
Mimicked
stage presence.
everybody,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. It was just his walk the rest of the time where
I
he was
know.
like sticking everything out, and I was like, what is that?
Just
the
I think-
drunken
Yeah, I think it
rock
was-
star
I think
swagger.
the
Yeah, he
Jack
was so
Sparrow
drunk,
is
yeah.
what is you
Yeah.
hit it on the head with Jack Sparrow, because I was like,
Yeah.
that's definitely what he's walking
That's
like.
what it reminded me of.
Yeah. And what did you say about what's her name? Catherine Zeta-Jones' character, and does the stick come with the dress? That was hilarious. Because Lyle was like, yeah, that outfit doesn't suit her or whatever. That's not what she should be wearing. Yeah. Did the stick come with the dress?
That was good.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't watched it. It's
I was
it's
gonna say
good.
there's quite a few people out there where it looks like the stick comes with the outfit.
Yeah.
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 It was, yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun movie. It's cheesy.
It's cheesy.
It
yeah.
is
It's
cheesy.
good.
Like
But
It's so full
we
of
were
good
all
music.
tapping our foot when we
Yeah.
were watching it.
Humming
yeah.
along, singing along.
Singing along, yeah.
oh yeah, that was right when it started.
Yeah.
You looked over. And
I just couldn't laugh.
We're all
Yeah,
tapping our foot.
It made me laugh. I was like, wow, okay. We're all in the same headspace because we're all tapping along.
Tapping along.
But those songs will stand the test of time.
Oh, yeah,
Well, yeah.
they already have. How many
They
years
are.
ago was that?
It was 40 years ago.
Oh,
Dude, why'd you have to
Can't
hurt
do
us like that?
38 years ago.
38 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, like that. Makes
Just wait until 20. Hey,
It does.
when we hit 2030,
Those 2 years that they count.
They do count.
another 5 more years almost. It's 80 started 50 years ago.
Jesus,
Just-
dude,
just-
what
just
the
stop.
hell?
Just stop.
Disclaimer, Lyle.
But
We're just gonna censor you. Where's the
just
button?
Bye.
getting used to the fact.
I know,
Okay.
but the 80s I think are coming back. Everybody wants to know about the 80s.
You can hear it like in music that's being released today. Like you hear all these remakes of 80 songs. I hear them all day long at work. And it's just, you can't get away from it.
No.
Like there's a reason why they're bringing them back and redoing them. And
Yeah. Because it was good.
Like
Exactly.
everybody wants to know about the 80s. Like I've watched so many reels now. I forget the guy's name, and he's just constantly talking about the 80s. We did this, or that other lady Sherry. Or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
She'll go on about it.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
love
like,
her. She's so funny.
But they lived through it. We're
Yeah.
obviously living through it.
Yeah.
We lived through it. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's it. It did happen.
It did happen. Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
what
no.
you're watching there. Yeah, it's a little bit cheesier,
Yeah.
a little
but
bit.
but you got to make it funny.
You do.
It is. And
Well,
it's
and
quite.
it's. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. I was just going to say it is quite funny.
It is.
to watch.
And
Because
just
some like just the
interesting.
hairspray, like
Oh
when
my gosh.
you know, like when they're
Yeah.
he's getting ready and she's getting ready, and it's like
That
Yeah.
was the way it was.
That's what
how
the
it
women
was.
did.
Half
their
Oh my
hair
gosh.
is like the bigger the better.
Do you know how much time those women needed to get ready for a date or to go out somewhere? Like we weren't at that age. Obviously, we didn't live through that part
No,
necessarily.
but we still took time to get
do
our
it,
hair as
yeah.
big as possible for school.
Sure did. And you didn't wash your hair every day
girls
because you wanted
can't
to
do
keep
that
that.
nowadays because the chemical, like they don't have the same chemicals
No,
in it.
no,
so
it
they
sucks.
can't get the holding
That's
power to get
no,
their hair
it
like
does
Like
that
how much
anymore.
money did you guys spend on hairspray? Truthfully,
Well,
I honestly think Aquanet is responsible for the hole in the ozone layer, but
It totally is. It totally, because by the time we were teens, the hairspray was more in like a pump spray. It was not. There was still some aerosol.
Yeah.
But most of it was like you like
You had to pump spray it, yeah.
Yeah. So it still held, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
had to use like mousse gel and the hairspray.
Yeah.
And you had to use a blow dryer and tease it out and hold it and like
Yes.
curl it, and then you're just like. And then, it was, you can't see
It was-
obviously
it
what
was
I'm
a
doing, but
lot
it
of
was
work.
a lot of work. That's why you didn't wash your hair every day, because then when you went to brush it out and do it again the next day, you didn't need as much
no, you
product
didn't.
because it was already in there.
already in there.
But we didn't spend as much time as they did.
no,
I would say,
no,
yeah.
that's still true.
They spent
you
a lot
were
of time.
lucky by not having a sibling because obviously
Yes.
I had my
Yes.
sister and obviously she same thing did the whole regimen, and I can just remember the taste
Taste of hairspray?
in
Lord.
the air.
Yeah.
in the house.
Lord, you know what?
Jeez,
Okay,
I can still taste it.
I have
Even
a-
as you mention it.
I have a funny story, probably TMI, but it's really funny. So, how old was I? 14, 15? And I went with Sabina to a party.
Who's one of our loyal listeners?
Listeners,
She
yes.
is a loyal listener.
Yes.
Love you. So we went to a party when she was visiting, and I didn't know any of these people. So we're just sitting there in groups talking or whatever, and this guy came over and was chatting me up, and then all of a sudden decided to stick his tongue in my ear randomly. Right. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Oh." I was like, "Did you get a mouthful of hairspray?" Good.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That'll teach you.
That's that because you're saying the taste of hairspray, like. Yeah, the hairspray, you didn't know where, like, you couldn't clean it off. It
Oh,
was
no, 'cause it
everywhere.
was just everywhere.
It was on your shoulders. It was on your face. It
Yeah.
was on your ears, whatever. And
Everywhere.
I just thought, you got his just desserts. Don't do that to people.
Absolutely. You deserved a mouthful of hairspray.
Yeah,
Gross.
Gross. I was like, ew. I'm like, ugh. Anyways, yeah, that was a funny story about hairspray. Yeah. Did I never tell you that one? You look
No,
like a little.
no, you have
I was
mentioned
just-
that one
yeah.
to me. Yeah.
When
Those
will
were the
people
days.
learn? I don't
Right?
know.
So hairspray is good. It's a deterrent.
There you go.
There you go.
When you,
Well
when you
worth
go
the
out, just do a little bit of
$3.50.
hairspray just to.
Yeah, just keep people
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you speak giving your teen daughter. You're going to put lots of hairspray on tonight before you go out. Yeah.
Does that work in the grocery stores? Just keep everyone away? Because I'll start spraying myself with hairspray if it'll keep
It
people
doesn't
away.
work. It doesn't work. Yeah, I don't even think I even own hairspray anymore. Do you own hairspray?
No.
No. We got too
I don't even
much
know
of
the
it.
hair dryer anymore.
I still have my hair dryer from
You?
back then. Yep.
Yeah.
I sure do, but I don't really use it. So
Sadly,
hardly.
I have mine too.
That's right. Blow dryers.
Well, everything was made better back then. It would.
It
still
was. They last.
yeah.
I think mine's a brawn, and it's like the travel one where you have. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Love that one. Lyle's like,
no.
what the hell are we talking about?
No hairspray. No.
No,
No hair
hairspray.
dryer.
No, we do have a couple of blow dryers.
Yeah.
In our place for
Curling
obvious
iron?
reasons.
Do you have a
I have a
curling
hair
iron?
straightener, but I don't have.
You don't have a curling iron. I still have a
We
curling
have the current
iron.
wall.
You'd have to have the curling
Yeah,
iron at your house. Yeah. I can remember curling my brother's hair.
For those who don't know, Lyle's wife was a hairdresser.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yes.
Tools of the
Used-
trade.
Used to cut the hair of several people at this table.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. And she knows all about the teasing of the hair.
Well, she.
Yes.
Yes, she.
She was there.
She
Yeah,
was the one
was
that
there.
would have had the hair done like we were
Yeah.
talking and all the
Yes.
hairspray. Yeah, and she actually, I believe, used Aquanet. So
Yeah, her grad picture her
it was
was
huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Like mine was big, but wow,
No, her
Donna's was way
sister's was
bigger.
even more.
Yeah, Kathy's was really big.
Yeah.
Hey, Kathy, if you're listening.
Kathy.
Yeah.
All I can see are those memes on Facebook with the pictures of all the girls with the hair out
Yeah.
to, out to the edge of however far their arms would stretch
Don't know
out.
how. I do not. Yeah,
I don't know. That was a lot.
that's a lot. How'd you get in the car?
We had Jeff Bittner.
Don't dent
He
my
had
hair.
The afro.
Yes, he
Oh,
did.
man, yeah.
Yes. I don't know.
The
how,
afro.
Yeah.
The afro and the huge jeans where he was like shoving everything that he could into his pockets.
I don't
Okay.
remember the jeans, but I do remember the afro.
For some
Yeah.
reason, I don't know why they bought like really, really big jeans.
Are you talking about the rapper jeans?
I don't
Could have been. I
It's
don't
probably
know.
the rapper skater boy jeans. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
really
they
big.
were
They had
big.
really big pockets, and they had more than two was it 2 pockets in the front or something? Or a side? Yeah, yeah, the really big pockets. Yeah, weird.
I had enough. Like I said, I was an old school rocker, so I had my
Long hair.
I had my long hair, but I had my denim Stormbreaker jacket, and obviously my Levi jeans, and
You still have that Stormbreaker jacket.
I do.
Do you really?
He does. He
Do you
does.
think it's gonna fit me now?
Oh God,
No.
no.
Well, no, it's not a matter of having it fit you. It's just a matter that you still
think-
have
I don't
it.
care.
Kelsey
Kelsey
wore-
used to wear it.
Yeah,
I don't have mine. I don't think.
you don't. Yeah, it's still in really good shape because that was the last one you had because you went through a lot of them.
Got my leather jacket.
I know mine was
Yeah.
still in pretty good shape. I don't know
Jackets.
where it is, if I even have it.
Everybody's like, "What
Would
the
it fit?
hell is that kind of jacket?
What?
Would it
Mine-
fit you?"
mine would fit.
You wonder if yours would fit. Probably.
Probably would, yeah.
After this session, we're gonna go try some fashion choices.
If we have it, I don't know if we have it. Or does
It
Kelsey
must
have
somewhere.
it? We probably do. We wouldn't have gotten rid of it. Nostalgia.
Yeah, yes. It used to actually have
Kelsey's
because obviously
picture.
Kelsey was I had Kelsey when we were young, so I actually had a picture of Kelsey in the
Hanging.
pocket.
Aw.
Yeah, the little keychain ones that you would get where you could put the
Oh,
little
right,
mini
the little
pictures.
pictures. Yeah.
He had it hanging from his pocket. So cute. What a good dad. Proud of his little baby.
I am proud of my children, both of them.
Yes. The little devil spawns.
The devil's Spots. I'm so proud of them.
As you should be.
They release hell upon the world, and I'll be so
That's
happy.
right.
Yep.
And we raised them on good music. There
We
you
did.
go.
Exactly.
Well, and
Did a good thing.
they took the music we listen to, and obviously they have their appreciation, but they've moved it to their level, to their own music, and
And helped you guys appreciate theirs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess you got to listen to your kids every once in a while.
I hear it every time, all the time that kind of walks around. She's got music playing, and
Yep.
I hear all the new stuff.
The new
that's out
stuff?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They keep you
I've
young.
had the honor of hearing lots of One Direction, and,
Uh-huh.
but she's had to suffer. She's had to
Suffer.
suffer through mine.
Suffer. No.
Some suffer through some.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. Was
Some of them,
Vi,
yeah,
Vi, yeah.
Vi and Dream, and Dream Theater, and
Dream
yeah,
Theater.
but not Def Leppard, not Bon Jovi or anything.
Yeah.
She's gone to a couple of Def Leppard concerts.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, not all my music
No.
she suffered.
yeah, I was gonna say I probably mentioned it in previous podcasts or whatever, but obviously the concert I recently went to, I went with Scarlett.
Yeah.
That's who I go with on some of
Certain
these
Nice.
ones.
concerts.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. When I don't feel like going.
Yes, because the idea of going to Vancouver just
I was just like not into it. We just were there on Monday. Why do I need to go again?
Like it wasn't that long ago since I was here.
Yeah. They just
Yeah.
need to bring Vancouver closer.
You're so funny.
No, I could stay over there. Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's just better idea to like stay the night out there.
Excuse me.
If you stay the night out there and go to the
Then it's
concert,
not so bad,
it's
yeah.
not so bad. Yeah. Yeah.
But once again, I'm old school, so you go to the concert,
And you go to work the next
you
day.
come home, and you go to work the next day.
And we did.
Yes. Well,
We did. You did it.
I was gonna say, yeah, I feel bad for you guys.
yes.
Oh, that's right. You had it off, right? The next
Well,
day?
yeah, because I had asked for my birthday off, so I didn't want to work that day,
And I
and it
took
just
the day
happened to be
off.
the next day. He's the wimp who actually took the day off.
He did take the day off. We did
Damn
not.
right.
I think we were fine. It was usually the day after that they kind of go, whoof.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
been
by
a
the time we
week.
got home, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm happy that I took the day off. But
Yeah.
yeah. But I wish I got to go to a club like that and
Oh, no
to
kidding.
Sunset Strip.
Yeah.
in the
Can you
late
imagine?
80s.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
87, we wouldn't have gotten in.
No.
No, but I wish I was old enough
No,
that I
old
could
enough
have.
to be able to have
Yeah.
gotten in, yeah.
Yeah, but
But
then that
that's-
would make us how old now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
but see, that's
But at the time,
At the time.
yeah, I wish I
at
was.
the time, you always want
What
Of
you
course.
can't have.
what you can't have and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always one of those things like it's great, yeah, I would do this. You're not realizing that you need the money to buy the tickets
Yeah.
to go to the concert. You need the job.
Yeah.
It doesn't
But
quite
still-
And
work
how
that way.
you know what? How dirty it would have been.
But just
Details.
to, if I could go back in time,
Sure. Oh yeah.
I would go.
Yeah.
That would be just a cool experience. Like
It would be. Yeah.
we kind
Well,
of
you
had
find that
here,
time
but-
machine. We're gonna go see Zeppelin. We're gonna go see the
Beatles.
So many
Doors,
things.
the Beatles,
Like,
We're going to Woodstock. Yeah. Hell yes.
the original.
I don't know if I want to
The
go that far
original.
back.
To Woodstock?
Yeah.
I'd go to
Oh.
Woodstock.
Well, I know you would. I'm just
Jimi
saying, I don't know
Hendrix.
if I would.
Janis Joplin?
I don't know.
For her, I think I'd want to see that. It is quite far back, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
see
I'm not sure I
the
wanna go that
performance
far.
from
No,
Hendrix.
Elvis?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I'd love to go to the cave,
Yes.
the cavern,
Yeah, the
with
Catherine.
the Beatles. Yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
or
Yeah,
the
that would be
choir
good.
boys at that, or whatever the choir, whatever they were called at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be like the thing, I guess.
The thing. We'll have to
Yeah.
ask my dad about that.
Or even go to see Def Leppard on their first couple of gigs way back in
Mm-hmm.
Sheffield. That would be
See, now that would be a difficult thing for you because of how much you've seen them and how
Yeah.
you know them now. To go see them when they played outside of that Spoon Factory or whatever, that would probably just horrify you.
Because it wouldn't be as good?
No, they did record from when they played
Yeah.
one of the early gigs, and I'm like, yeah, okay. You could hear it. Yeah, and the
But were
songs were
they as
good.
good?
No,
Yeah.
it was good. Yeah,
Joe with his curly hair.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That was quite the style.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was. But yeah,
But time
But
machines
overall-
at last don't exist unless someone finds one. And hey, we got some tricks
That's
for
why
you.
we have
That's
movies.
right.
but to go back to the '80s, I think
Definitely.
Definitely.
That's
It
what
would
those
be, yeah.
I would
movies
live
That's
through
where
the
I would
'80s
go.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go see all those bands. Motley
Yeah.
Crue.
Knowing what we know now,
Yeah.
take back with us then.
yes,
Yes.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
one of those things is obviously knowing what you know now, you go back because obviously there is, many great talents that have left the world and that to get that opportunity to see
See
them
'em again.
But then that is the benefit of the recordings and the
Yeah.
videos that are out
Of
there is
course.
at least
Yeah.
if we didn't get to see them in person, we get to appreciate the art form that they left behind.
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. So, overall, I love the movie.
Love
it's
the
just
movie.
great. Yeah,
Yeah, it was really
As
good.
cheesy
It's
as it
so,
as cheesy as it is.
just a fun.
Hey, the love story between Russell Brand and
Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin is, like I said, the love story you didn't know you needed.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Like,
it was, yeah.
did that happen in the 80s? I don't know. Probably. But
Probably.
between rockers, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Anything happened.
Yeah,
in-
anything.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah,
Sex, drugs, and
It's rock and roll. That's basically what it comes down to.
Okay, there's the irony in the look that Catherine Zeta-Jones had at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resembles Rob Halford from
yeah,
Judas
yeah,
Priest,
yeah, yeah,
who is
Yes.
gay.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
She brought out her true colors at the end. How'd you feel about that, Lyle?
yeah,
You did like her outfit at the beginning, but you liked her outfit at the end.
He does have a thing for Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Clearly. We didn't know that at all.
No.
That's not a good outfit on her. That's not a good look. Really, Lyle.
You had to snap his attention away from the movie at the end there.
Yeah.
Like, what? What?
Can we pause
It's okay,
right there?
don't worry. Totally get it. It's
Yeah, I
all
was like,
good.
do you two need to be alone?
Yeah.
It's brief. We could get that picture blown up though.
No.
Oh, we
No,
should have
thank you.
done this before his birthday. Cause
Right? I was just
no.
thinking that. It's okay. Christmas is coming.
That's
No.
right.
No.
Give him a mug.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donna, I hope you don't mind. We're gonna
Well, she knows.
She knows.
no. Like
Between her and Sharon
we're-
Stone,
we're,
but
like
that's,
we're talking blowing up like a big thing, like over your bed
no,
or something
no,
like this.
no, no,
I would do it.
no.
London Drugs does print big pictures.
Right?
Good full size cutout.
Yeah. No.
No. No.
Meanwhile, he's secretly going, yes.
Yes. No. Please buy it for me. I don't want it. No. Then you
You
have
guys
some
should all see
explaining
how
to
red
it.
he's getting.
Right?
I can feel it.
Like I think the travel mug would be perfect though for work.
Right? Just put
The-
her face plastic.
Yeah, just your face. Yeah, that little outfit.
That's good.
No.
Anyway.
Anyways, back to that.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a good ending. Especially the whole pregnant baby with or pregnant baby. My gosh, lady pregnant and what was her name in that show? Do you guys know?
I
She was
don't
the Rolling
even
Stone.
know.
I don't. Oh, it was a play on
Constance.
Oh,
words.
Constance.
Constance, but what was the last name? Because it was really funny, and I was like, that's supposed to mean something else.
Socks, constant socks, or something like that.
Yeah, something funny. It was really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she was pregnant at the end, and that was really cute because she's all
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I made a joke while we were watching it. Is because obviously things are done around one song.
Yeah.
So they had their whole lovemaking session, and within 3 minutes, it was over.
it was over.
Yeah, right? It lasted for a whole song.
Well, they're trying to be truthful. Come on. Gotta have
Sadly, they
truth.
probably are.
They
They
were.
people there.
Yeah. That's all it takes. Is because what is that song that most people say? Oh, this is the song to do it to. Which one is it? The baritone guy. Come on.
Oh.
What is that called? Do you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
You both are looking at me like, what?
I-
Something white. Something white.
Barry White.
Barry White.
Barry White. Oh,
Yeah, I was trying to think of the name. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the
Yeah.
name of the song still, but yeah, like, how long is that song?
But that's the
Like,
opener. That's the
Oh, that's the opener.
yeah.
that's to. Sorry for everyone listening home. That's to drop the panties.
The deep voice drops the panties.
Yes.
Is that how it works? Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, on that note.
No, it's, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. We
Yes.
enjoyed
Yeah.
it. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll watch
It's your typical.
another
yeah.
musical and do another one on that because I think that these are fun. These are something a little bit off the regular track of our other ones. So
But it does
something a little
fit the
different.
whole
But it's not,
80s
'cause
topic.
We're still talking
thing.
music.
oh,
And
it's still music, but it's off the track in the sense of we're talking about like a movie. So
Yeah,
that's good.
But it's still,
Rather
it
than a
blends the
specific
80s
one.
and it blends the movie soundtracks and the,
Yes, of course.
Yes.
and everything like
Everything
that.
that
So-
we have been
Like
discussing
we can
already.
make them watch, get them to the Greek. I don't know if we can necessarily broadcast about it because it isn't any real.
No, it's not a music one. No.
Yeah, not like
No.
that. You can do your Mamma Mia,
Yep.
And I guess
something like that.
Grease.
Grease. Oh yeah, you haven't done
Grease.
Grease
We
yet.
had to watch Grease
Yeah,
still,
Grease.
yeah.
That's right.
You're
And
gonna like
if
it.
there's any other musicals that you guys think we should watch and talk about, you can let us know on the Facebook page because I mean I've seen a lot of musicals as I'm sure Vicky
Yeah,
has. So
sure
there
have.
might be something that we haven't seen. So that'd be
I doubt
interesting.
that.
I know. Well, I'm trying.
Doubt
here.
it too, but you know,
But
you
we
never
gotta
know.
try. Yeah. It could be.
You never know.
On that note.
On that note, yes, on that note.
Lyle doesn't want to see Grease.
he
No,
does.
I'll see it. I'm curious.
It's good. You'll like
It
it.
is good. You'll like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might as well keep
First
on
one,
going to
not
see
the second
Saturday
one.
Night Fever too.
We don't talk about the second one.
No, the second one doesn't exist.
Just like we don't talk about the remake of Footloose.
No.
No,
we did
definitely not.
earlier.
That's what I said. And then we don't talk
hit it.
about
Then we
it.
didn't hear about it.
Yeah, no, we don't talk about that one. No. No.
All right.
On that note.
On that note, we will catch you on the B-side.
Thank you for joining us on the Music Roundtable. Please like and comment where you listen to the podcast. And make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter and let us know what you'd like us to talk about. Until next time.